are Superman. All the powers are yours. Flight, heat vision, super speed, super strength, freezing breath, and X-ray vision. Buy early and receive a DC Comics Collector's Edition Superman comic book.
Then there's no time to waste.
Welcome to the show, everyone. My name is David Petrangelo, and 64 whole bits cannot save me from being great at my own video game. I am awesome. Up, and get the hell away from this damn game. What the hell am I doing? Oh my god, more rings. Get me out of here. Hello, Jiggylookback. How are you? Welcome back to the show. Hello.
I'm doing fantastic. Okay, now viewers, picture me with a button-up shirt, right? I'm running down an alleyway to help a screaming lady. I had a big Jiggy.
He had a giant
I've been
Jiggy.
holding that
Oh
for
my
like
god.
the past 15 minutes, and it's very uncomfortable.
Do you sell merch? Because if you don't sell merch with a Jiggy on it, I think you're missing out, because that's pretty awesome.
I definitely do have merch, and I have a store, but I haven't really pushed it yet. I'm still building stuff.
Well, now you have another idea, clearly.
Yeah.
The Superman logo with the Jiggy on it. Yeah, because there's no licensing problems with that. You can definitely get away with it.
Yeah.
It's not like Nintendo sues these days. They don't even notice. It's
No,
fine.
no. DC is too busy making really bad movies to even notice that either. So just, you're fine. You're good. And that lovely other voice that you're hearing is Jake from Press B to Cancel. Hello, sir. Welcome back to Remember 64. It has been a while.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back. Yeah, I guess I was on, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago.
It is
Blast
about
Corps.
about a year and a half ago. Early days for Blast Corps. Yeah.
Yeah, it's before you were doing video.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from a really fantastic, one of my favorite games on the N64 to what we're
Your
talking about
next
today.
favorite
That's-
game on the N64. Awesome.
The one that has rivaled
number
your
two.
all-time favorite. Yeah.
All
Number 2.
bangers. All bangers. All the time.
I mean, they wouldn't call it super if it was bad, right?
Of course not.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course
A
not. No.
super game for a Superman.
Absolutely. Jake, you are that Superman.
Yes,
Well, thank you. I'll try to be.
Trying to be. We're all going to do our best this time. We're all going to do our best. If you haven't already picked up on it, yes, we are talking about what is usually known as Superman 64, but the full title, which I didn't really realize, I just thought it was just called Superman, is Superman: The New Superman Adventures. That's the full title. And that is...
it is.
Because the old adventures weren't good enough, we have to make another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have to make another one. And it is tied in that way because it is based on like the cartoon and comics and stuff that were going on at the time. So they named it the same way. I think because it was the way it was licensed through Titus and all that stuff. That seems like that's how they had to do it. A bunch of other games were just called Superman around that time or before. This is how they differentiated it because of the animation style and stuff like that. So
Let me just say, the cartoon, banger. The
Is it?
Batman
Oh, huge.
animated series, banger.
Yeah.
The Justice League series that connects them both, banger.
yeah. Well, I will say that the Batman one is one of my favorite animated shows of all
Yeah.
time, if not my favorite. It's incredible.
He connects with this Superman. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, he does during. Yeah, right. They would cry because like the animators
Batman
and
swoops in and takes Lois away from Superman. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'll say that DC animated has always been a step above, right? I mean, I could
Yeah,
live without
for
the DC movies, but the animation stuff is always stellar.
Mhm.
I love the animated series. The Superman cartoon's fantastic. Justice League though, Justice League
Yeah.
is a choice freaking show for sure.
Yeah.
Young Justice
And then
even is great.
Young Justice was great until the last season, I think, which they like revived it or whatever, but
Yeah.
it was great.
I gotta look that up. I don't think I've seen Young Justice. Oh, that one. Yeah. No, I think I may have seen a few episodes here and there, but that's it.
The first
Yeah.
season especially is amazing.
Well, there's
Yeah,
4
it's awesome.
seasons, so a decent amount. Okay, nice. Okay, so we have a lot to dig into, or very little to dig into. We'll see how this episode goes. I'm not quite sure. As we get started, as we get into it, Jake, we talked about when you were on the Blast Corps episode about your experience with the 64. Do you have experience with this game? Or did I just ask you if you were around and you said, you know what? I feel like punishment. So yes.
So, I mean, this is a game that I did not play as a kid,
Okay.
but I, of course, heard the reputation. I have tried it. I mean, a couple of years ago, I gave it a go. I did not get very far. But when you mentioned that you were going to do an episode on this, I figure, why not? Let me give it another shot. Maybe I've gotten better. Maybe it's not the game that's bad. Maybe it's me that fails.
You're
so
the
I gave it another
problem,
go this
obviously.
week, and I did my homework. I did not get very far, but I did try.
Okay. A valiant
An
effort.
interesting try. But I did my homework by watching some YouTube videos of some full playthroughs, and it's a game, man.
Yes,
You really got to do a whole episode on this one, huh?
I know, it's almost like, should we just like put a bunch of really bad games together? But then you're just going to be talking about all this, whatever. Anyways, I'll
At least with Elmo, we learned something. I mean, that was a positive experience. I
you know what? Me and Jiggy came away with more positive thoughts on that game, or at least I did, than I thought we would with those Elmo games. Like they're not meant for us, and that's okay. That's great to have options for kids and everything. But like it wasn't a horrible experience. It was just simple, and that's okay.
Let me tell you something. If you put a bunch of letters in a crowd or in a group, right? In a group setting, they're just all clumped together, and you tell me to find a specific letter, like specifically the letter F, I could do it like 3 seconds faster than I used to, for sure.
Like a lineup,
the
like
Power of Elmo.
Yeah. I'm telling you, just like it's like oh F.
like if they're lined up like in a classic when you go to the police station.
lineup.
Yeah, the police lineup is like that. Like, aha, I found the F. Elmo taught me that's an F.
That's valuable life skills right there.
It is.
After a week of Superman, I'm telling you right now, if I see a series of hoops, I could probably do half of them.
Yeah,
Half of them.
that's right.
Nice. So you're going to sink a bunch of basketball baskets as well, obviously.
Yeah,
Like
that's the idea.
It translates, right? Yeah.
It's totally the same thing.
It's totally the same thing. Guys, basketball is the same as playing Superman 64. We're just letting you know. That's all you have to. If you're going to take anything away from this episode, it's that. Jiggy, you had some experience with this in the past.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with that, man? Why?
So actually my cousins had this game. And they had this game and Star Fox 64, and I was at their house and I was playing them, and I loved both. And so I got both Star Fox 64 and Superman for myself because I liked them so much. So Superman never really played the, I did play through the levels later, but I spent most of the time in the training. Okay. Like there's a training level where you can go in, you can get your ice powers, you can get your heat vision, why do you have to get little emblems to use those?
Video games. That's why.
Yeah,
Video
sure.
games. Yeah.
So anyways, there was like one enemy you could fight, and then you could pick up a car, and I would spend hours just freezing the car, heat visioning the car, flying around with the car, like putting it on buildings, throwing it off buildings. Like I just found so much enjoyment in that. I that's it.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Before there was Gary's mod, there was Superman 64, I guess. I mean,
If you
I
treat
didn't
it
realize
like a
that much fun in the
sandbox,
sandbox. Yeah.
it's fun.
I mean, we
Super-
wouldn't have Minecraft if it wasn't for this game. Correct? Right? Correct? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
correct.
That's what you're
Obviously.
saying, right?
Obviously.
That's
Obviously.
its legacy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Those rings, I mean, it's a tragedy that they made that like a gameplay mechanic, but the actual flight controls aren't that bad.
They're okay. I think he just turns too quickly. Like he just moves a little too
Look
fast
how you
left and
pick up
right.
that car.
Yeah, all I did was this is me playing like I think for the first time, maybe second time. All you just run into the car and throw it. Like you don't like and then press a button. I don't even know what the buttons are. I just mash the buttons to figure out what does what.
Is that how you throw cars in this game? Jesus. So
It's A or B.
So I
don't
did
know.
Yeah,
the first stage. I did maybe 12 times, and then and Lex wins. Lex wins.
Oh
Lex
my
wins.
God. Yeah.
And then I accidentally beat it. I was so stunned that I beat the first stage, and you have precious seconds to throw a goddamn car. I couldn't figure out how to land. But the flying, I'm with you guys, is not so bad.
It's not
But
terrible.
the landing is awful. Like when you want to land, then get back up again.
Yeah.
If you're over water and you hit the land button, you go to the bottom of the bloody ocean and you want to get back up again. It's a chore. But I mean, once you're in the sky, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
To pull some advice from my phys ed teacher in high school, you gotta fly and ride Superman like you ride a football, just gently, just gently, gingerly, just caress the buttons. Don't manhandle them. Don't do that. Just caress them.
It's okay. True, because if you go too fast, or although I did watch a couple of like playthroughs of like the later levels, and people fly through some of the ones where the rings move and stuff at full speed. And I'm like, wow, you're the Superman playing this. Honestly, you are Superman, because I don't understand how anyone could do that. Again, not really because the controls are terrible, but it's just not conducive to what they're asking you to do. Like, it just does not. I can't understand. I don't think it's horrible, the rings and everything. Like, it's dumb that it's constant, but at least the flying is probably the most manageable part, or at least the most functional part of the game. I don't know.
If it was a bonus level, I think it'd be okay in hindsight. I mean, if it was an occasional bonus level, it didn't matter if you got all the rings. You just got points or a bonus for doing it. But it's not, though. It's mandatory, and you do it basically, I think, every second or third stage. You have rings to fly through.
Pretty much.
And they just keep adding more time to that clock and more rings. The final ring stage is just a constant stream you fly through. And it's like 10 minutes. So I mean, if it was optional, it'd be okay.
It would just be fine. I always pull up some information as to the development of games and everything. And so, okay. So what I don't get is, or actually what I have some sympathy for. So this game is made by Titus Interactive. Titus Interactive. I looked through the list of games that I've covered so far and played so far for the show, and I was like, oh, I could have sworn that we played more of their games so far, but we haven't. They didn't have a ton of N64 games. The one that we did play, though, was Carmageddon. So already I was like, oh, Jesus, here we go. But looking through everything about this game and how it was developed, it actually seems like it wasn't really their fault that this game was or at least part of it wasn't quite their fault for how much they kind of got screwed over with it. So the founder of Titus, Eric Kane or Kern, Kane. We were talking before about how the animated series Batman, for example, is such a great show. That was on at this time, and this guy was like, you know what? We should gobble up a Superman license and make a game on it. That would be great, you know? Mm-hmm. Not a property that is super hot right now. You know, Death of Superman happened a few years ago, and all these things, like, everyone knows who Superman is, but not a hot commodity. Maybe we'll have a chance. Ended up getting the license for it, and they're like, oh shit, this is great. Awesome. WB let us have it. DC let us have it. And then what happened was the licensing? Yeah, the licensing team at Warner Brothers was fired or let go like a month later after they got this deal. And I don't know if you guys can even guess what kind of game this Warner Brothers and that licensing team wanted to make instead out of Superman. This is before development even started. This was like very early stages, obviously. Take a wild guess what kind of game they wanted to make, and then I will tell you that you're wrong and tell you what the correct answer is.
Fighting game.
Okay. Jake?
Kart racer.
Good guesses, actually. Both make sense, or could make sense, or you could see the reality of it. No, instead, the first demand that they had was to make a sim-like game where Superman would be the mayor of Metropolis. They wanted to make a Sim City, essentially, where he was the mayor.
When is he ever the mayor of Metropolis?
And why, in any way, would that have anything to do with Superman or be fun in any capacity? That was their idea. That's what they wanted.
Weird.
So they basically stonewalled them the whole time, delaying them, not giving them assets. Eventually they did get what they needed to sort of make, you know, the characters and stuff, be able to have their likenesses and everything. But they screwed them over for months and months and months. The game came out 6 months later than they wanted it to. partially because they weren't being given what they needed to create it. Maybe it wouldn't have been an amazing game if Carmageddon's an example. That's, well, probably not the most fantastic result. But I mean, I think if you're just being stonewalled at every turn when you're just trying to make some sort of game with a superhero and want to make it SimCity like, come on. I don't know. I find that absolutely ridiculous, but maybe it's just me.
I can't even wrap my brain around the concept of this being a SimCity clone. It just does not. It just doesn't work. Even if it was a city builder with Superman as like the an NPC who flies around or something like Bowser did in the original SimCity on SNES, but even that doesn't make sense. Like, how do you take the Man of Steel and you turn that into a city builder? Like, it just does not fit at all. I don't get it.
Build the city. He goes and picks up the pieces, like
literally. Like Lego
he
blocks.
breaks the buildings when he bounces off them, I guess. Maybe the damage he caused over decades of being a hero, he has to rebuild the city. Maybe
he's the repairman. Like, is that what it is? It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
And then you know what? It's unfortunate because, like, you have superhero games and not all of them hit, especially like early SNES days. A lot of it was like 2D platformer, and sometimes it would be a fighting game, or at least eventually these became fighting games and stuff. All that, okay, are they all home runs? No, but at least you could do something with it. At least you can kind of embody a superhero. In this, like we said, maybe the flying. I don't know. Is there any other redeeming qualities to the gameplay here, guys? I don't know.
The powers, they're fun.
Are they?
Vision's cool.
Are you sure?
Are they fun though?
Are you sure?
They're there.
They
They're fun.
exist.
I think when you're not forced to use them, they're fun.
Like in your sandbox mode that you spend hours
in
on.
the sandbox mode, if you just have heat vision, you're sitting there just like it's fun.
Sorry, what was that sound effect?
What is that college humor skit with Badman, not Batman, but it's Badman.
Oh.
And then he talks about how Superman's really lame with his powers. He's like, "Is that soup too hot, ma'am?" Okay.
Here you go. Yeah.
He's like, "I'd use it to cut Bane's arm off."
There's escort missions in this game, and one of the tactics to get through those with your sanity is to protect the person you're escorting. You freeze them with your freeze breath into a block of ice. That's kind of fun. I'm so pissed off at this game, it's an outlet for me, so I can just freeze Jimmy to keep him at bay for a minute.
Oh, Jimmy.
That's kind of entertaining.
Fucking
it's
Jimmy.
very stupid. It makes no sense. Oh, Jimmy, I know.
Fucking
it
Jimmy.
makes no sense that freezing your escort is how you get through them. Is a very weird gimmick.
Well, yeah, you're not escorting them. You're just
icing them.
Icing them. I don't know. I was like, what's the term? I don't know. So the ring stuff is what everybody remembers from these games, right?
Yeah.
And what's odd about this that I realized was that so I read up a little bit about the game and wrote some of the notes down and stuff before I started playing. I was like, I just want to see what some of this development situation was here. And that same studio co-founder defended the fact that the rings, I mean, you got to defend your work, I guess, in some ways. I don't necessarily think that's a terrible thing. I get it. Maybe you don't think it's the greatest game, but maybe you can actually say like, oh, at least we tried our best or whatever. And I think it might have been an IGN interview from 25 years ago or something. He defended the fact that the ring things are in it, saying, oh, it is only the tutorial levels and it is not the whole game. But like you guys just said before, no, it's not. It's every couple of things you do is that. It's absolutely, that is untrue 100%. And I don't understand the need to want to do that over and over and over again. Are they really just running out of ideas? I don't know, man.
The only
if you
thing I
take
could
them
think
out,
of. Oh, go ahead.
If you take the ring stages out, this game is still fairly long without the ring stages, right?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of stages. I mean, regardless.
14.
Is that what it is? 14? Yeah.
14. 16, I believe.
And the stages are actually kind of long, right? And
Yeah.
the frustrating part, which I think you were alluding to before, I can't remember when you guys said it. Oh, you have to restart or whatever, right? I thought the restart was, oh, I failed the ring thing. Okay, restart at that section. No, it's like the checkpoints are like the entire, let's say 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it takes you or whatever, right? That's the problem, is that if you fail one out of 4 things that you have to do, or 5 things you have to start all the way back over, and it just feels really, really tedious. And I just, some of the decisions that they came up with, stuff like that, it just feels extra old school when the game is already just kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rings, like, you'd think, okay, they're using this to point to where you're going because there's a lot of fog in this game, right? But then they also have the compass down in the bottom right corner that tells you where you need to go. So it's like there's further no proof or no reason to have these rings. So
No, it's time killer is all it is.
Yeah.
And also the funny setup with the ring stuff is that apparently it's a maze. According to Lex Luthor's instructions, you have to escape my maze or beat my maze. And it's like, this isn't a maze. A maze is where I'm only getting lost because this game controls like poo, not because this is an actual maze. Like,
no, I
see
said
where
you
the
would
rings
be
are, Lex.
amazed.
amazed at this stupid idea.
You misheard me with your super hearing, Superman.
So that compass actually goes away if you play on the harder difficulty, which
I
you
did not
kind
know
of
that.
want to do
Oh.
because you want the hard difficulty because you get the real ending if you play it on the hard difficulty.
I didn't know that. What's the real ending? I should look that up. I'm gonna look that up.
I think you get a single screen, I think is what it is. It's nothing mind blowing. But
Oh,
the
I'm
game
sure it's
ends
not.
early if you play on normal. They want you to play on Superman difficulty because
okay.
really, if you master the rings, you truly are Superman.
Sure. I did notice too. I didn't know this until I read up on it, but whoop, that's a loud sound in my ear. If you put on easy, I don't know if you switch to easy at all, the ring stages have no rings. It just gives you an endpoint, and you can just fly wherever you want.
Free fly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, which could be preferable. I don't know. Maybe that's preferable. But it also it's like, what? Then what's the point, right? Like, what's the
I'll
point?
tell you what the point is. The point is you're Superman. It should be easy. It should be no problem for you.
That's a good point, though.
That's true.
Because Superman is a character. He's hard to do a video game for, or at least a good video game, because he is Superman. He is literally the most powerful hero in most universes. So what do you do with a character who is invincible, right? Like, I think there's only one good Superman game I've ever played, and it's the arcade game, really. And I don't even think that was a legit game.
Did you ever play the Man of Steel one that was on like Xbox 360?
No, I missed that one.
I didn't
Was
play
one
that.
okay?
Yeah.
Was it not Man of Steel. I mean Superman Returns. There is a Man of Steel one, but I mean Superman Returns.
No.
Based off the movie. That one was really interesting. I think it had potential because it was essentially an open world Superman game. You're flying around Metropolis. You could do things like fly up into the sky and then shoot down like a meteor, and you'd have random Spider-Man 2 style pop-up quests where you have to save the citizens, you have to defeat robots, you have to do it wasn't perfect, but you could see the potential there.
Yeah.
And I think there was a game, I can't think of what it's called. I believe it's free and you can get it on Steam. It's like an indie game where they took the concept from Superman Returns and refined it and made a pretty fun game out of it.
And
was sort of like a tech demo, but
it's not
really good.
Superman based, or like it actually has Superman, or no?
It's not Superman,
Okay,
but it's
but
a guy
that-
with like sunglasses, and he's got the same powers basically.
Gotcha.
It's,
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I got to I got to say, trying to figure out what to do in these stages as I watch my stupid decisions of, for some reason, flying underwater. I like, there's no, it's like the side doors open when you pick up like a thing. It's like, what side doors? Where? I don't, what? I've seen one
Use
door.
the computer,
Side.
Superman. I punch it. That's how you use computers, apparently.
Yeah.
It's just a very obscure game.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Talking about other versions of the game, apparently there was a PlayStation version of this game. that the same company was making that never got released, but it was like pretty much done. Like essentially just completely finished, like 90 something percent done. I'm going to switch over so we can look at it, but it is kind of the same game. I don't think it's drastically different or anything like that, but it looks a little bit cleaner in some ways. A lot of it takes place inside, at least according to the videos that I looked up. You know, some of the textures and stuff are kind of mucky and whatever. That's PlayStation. That's the era. Whatever, right? It is what it is. That's exactly. So
like the saturation though, the colors pop a lot more in Superman.
It's way more colorful, even though you're underground and everything's brown. Everything's still more colorful somehow.
Yeah. I think objectively, if I looked at both of those side by side, I'd be like, the PlayStation one looks way cooler.
Yes, it does, and he looks better too. Like, oh, ad, go away, ad. I don't need small. I'm not a small business owner. I don't have money to have a small business. Go away. Okay, back to the game. Where's another stage and stuff? There's a couple stages here that like this is another sort of like underground bunker type of stage thing. It's just still looks more interesting. Graphics.
This looks good. Yeah. Like the textures here look a lot better. When I think PlayStation 1, I keep thinking of Final Fantasy VII's lack of textures on things.
On everything.
Or I think of something like Siphon Filter where it just it's kind of grainy.
Yeah.
But these look pretty clean. I'm kind of surprised they didn't release this actually.
I know. I think it was what I read up on it was that it was like a Warner Brothers thing. The Superman 64 actually made money like because people bought it because it's Superman and it's, you know, the time that whatever it sold decently well or well enough. But I think it was like just disappointment in reception and all those types of things. There's no set reason that I found at least, but the fact that it just wasn't released kind of sucks. It sucks because people work on this stuff too. And everything that I saw, every time I saw this game mentioned was that it was like a minimum of 80 or 90% finished. So like this is a very finished product and that's just unfortunate. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you can play this today for the. I mean, I'm not going to advertise where, but you can do this for emulation, and I think you just have to use some level skip codes to get through certain blockers. But I think you can play through most of it.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like it's worthwhile if you get a chance to sort of give it a shot. So.
He literally changed his costume when he went underwater to like a scuba.
He turned into Aquaman essentially. A scuba.
Why he needs that.
Why does he need a scuba tank? Yeah. He can go into space.
It's Scuba Steve.
Was the movie a lie?
Yeah.
Scuba Steve.
Whoa, that just triggered a memory.
Yeah, man. I love that movie. It's classic. Yeah, so Superman 64 is a mess. Like, let's be honest. It is a very, very messy game. I don't know. Aside from like the ring stages, I don't really know like what improves it. I don't know, like there's so little to sort of say like, oh, if this like sometimes there's games where it's like, oh, if they just sort of checked a couple of extra boxes or made a small change with this or that, then it's like, great, you got this. Like you've made a more polished version of this game or whatever. I just think there's just so much in this that is not great that it would be really hard for that to happen.
I think you give it a Dynasty Warriors treatment. Let's just have tons of enemies running at you at the same time.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Let's give Superman all his powers accessible at all times. There's no limit. I don't know why they would ever do that. That was dumb. But if you treated it like, you know, like a Dynasty Warriors like hack and slash, like running through just like every level, and you give you plenty of space to work, right? I think that would be a lot cooler.
Yeah, like you said, that you had a lot of fun with like the practice mode because it was more sandbox like. And when you mentioned that Xbox game, that sounds like a great idea to me. Superman is definitely something that would work better in a wide open space. Why is he flying through underwater tunnels? Like, it doesn't jive with me. But if it's open sandbox and you're just dozens of mooks coming at you like mobs, henchmen, that makes sense. Because the enemies in this, I don't want to say damage sponges, but they take a few hits. And again, you're Superman. Why do they take more than one punch? Right? It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It was on the footage that you had, Dave, but there's a scene in like the first part where you go and there's like 4 enemies lined up.
Yeah.
And you just stop, and first off, Superman's like punching animation is just silly. He's just like uppercut, like
Also, his run
Yeah.
is hilarious. His body doesn't move,
It's
just his arms.
all
Just
arms.
Yeah.
yeah,
All arms.
looks like a mole walker. That's what he looks like.
Like
He's
a
just
Got great posture.
great posture though.
a
Great
nut-
posture.
a nutcracker. A nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
it.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, you punch them, right? And they're animated hilariously when you punch them. They're like
Yeah.
like fly off the screen. And it's so satisfying to just go down a line of them and just punch, 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 punch. They're one shots. They go flying. That's what Superman is.
That's what it should be. Or you fly into them and just knock them all down like they're bowling pins. Like
Yeah, that's what it should be.
Yeah.
that'd be
yeah.
so much fun. It doesn't,
Pick
now
'em up,
obviously they.
You could fly them up in the sky and just drop them.
Oh my god, that'd be great. It'd be great.
There's the one stage where you have to fight Darkseid. I think it's Dark. Yeah, it's Darkseid.
Yeah.
And you have a small skirmish with him. You punch him a few times. He falls flat on his back, which does not make sense. But then you're picking him up above your arms and you're walking down the hallways. I think you're supposed to take him to a cop car, I think it is, to get him
I
arrested.
think so.
Which-
yeah.
Isn't this like one of the new gods, one of the most powerful supervillains in their mythos, and you're picking him up over your shoulder, getting stuck on the ceiling because Superman 64 geometry, and he's getting arrested by the cops. This is the battle. This is what's in Lex's simulation. Like
That's the other thing
It's-
is this is all so the ring thing, all of this stuff that's happening is supposed to be a simulation.
It's all a game.
It's literally all a game.
All a game.
Do you want to play a
It's meta.
game? Like, it's just
this
no.
what it is.
no, I definitely do not. Is this the dark seed level? No, it's not. Hold on. I'm trying to change it over so we can see it. But it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's moving so clunky. What is this person playing this thing on?
So this is the
Whoa.
stage where there's destructible walls, and if you're in the area of those, the frame rate tanks. Like it's a cool concept, destructible walls,
Right.
but they ruin the frame rate. And
Right.
it's
Well,
one of those
maybe
things where I wish they could have performed it better.
yeah, like that's here's
at
these shadow figures.
The Shadow Henchman.
They look like like just the
Oh, it
punch.
didn't show it.
There goes the wall.
Oh wait, there he goes. Look.
Look at them
Once again.
physics.
Look at those physics. Ah!
Oh, I love it.
Like that's the
Oh,
other
I
thing
love it.
too is there's not a ton going on in many areas of this game just
Nah,
because
they're
it's
really empty.
it's very empty, but like you just said, Jake, the frame rate just chugs for some reason. It's not like there's overly detailed textures around you. It's not like the cape flaps a little bit. That's all that's really happening. Why is it chugging like you're playing on this old school PC with a brand new, whatever, Call of Duty game or something? You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't add up to me.
Have you guys seen the speed run of this? Have you guys watched it before?
I've never seen the speedrun of
I
this.
have
So
seen
the
parts
fun
of
thing
it.
about
I've seen parts of it. Yeah.
The fun part of the speed run, I don't know if the world record still uses this trick, but the trick was if you go in the options, there's an option to change the render size of the screen. So the speed run strat is to shrink it down to the size of a postage stamp, beat the game, and because it's so small, it renders faster, and that's how you get through these stages. Because this would slow you
Wow.
down your time, right?
That is definitely
It's
not the
something to
thing that
see.
I saw. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
The
unreal.
frame rate is killer. Yeah.
It's so bad and I don't understand it. Like I really I don't get it because there's just not enough going on here for it to
Yeah.
be a problem. Like that's so puzzling to me. I don't know. I understand that you're only capable of doing so much. I know that like what's funny too, I don't know if you guys noticed the fog, or I don't even know, does he say this? Does Lex say this? The fog is green and it's made out of kryptonite? Like hilarious. Hilarious.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that though, because that goes back to me liking Turok. The fog was part of the gameplay experience. It made sense to have
Yes.
the fog. It
I
makes sense
agree.
in Superman there'd be fog.
Yeah.
Kryptonite
Spider-Man.
fog, sure, why not?
I mean, at least it's a
Spider-Man.
simulation.
Did you ever
Yeah.
play that one?
No, on this I have not played it. No, that's going to be on the list. That's for sure.
Because they put the fog in so you're like on top of the buildings and all below is filled with the fog, and in the story it's just like they gas the city. And it's pretty awesome actually.
It's a good way
It's
of
like a
doing
whole
it.
sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love when they give a reason for it.
Yeah. Like in Turok, it's more just like, oh, you're in the jungle and it's like the rainforest, whatever you want to call it. And for the most part, not everywhere, but for the most part. I could see that. You know, there's the one state. What's the one stage called in GoldenEye? Same thing when you're out in the jungle, where you
like
face
the Amazon with what's her name?
Yeah, where you face
Zinnia on the top.
Yeah, exactly. When you face her and stuff, like, makes sense. And I think, Jiggy, when we played that game last year and covered it, we're like, oh, this is like Turok. That's what this feels like, and it makes sense. It totally does. It's just there's not enough of that in this to justify the frame rate dropping like a fucking brick in the ocean. Like, it just it's ridiculous.
I mean, oh yeah.
Boom! There goes the wall. Like, that's cool. That looks like when I did that, it breaks open like you are. The walls in this particular level break open like it is an animated TV show almost, right? The bricks are kind of just all in one piece and they just kind of fall to the side. Looks good, but nothing else does.
Just 5 frames of animation. That's all. that's the only problem.
Yeah.
That's all you do. Yeah, punch that car, Superman. Punch that car. Oh no, here's Luther's card or car. I don't even know what that said.
Card.
I don't remember that at all.
His bank card. Superman needs some new threads. He needs that scuba suit.
And he's where's that PlayStation scuba suit? What's the other thing? The other thing I had to was I found the Nintendo Power issue. I always try to find Nintendo Power and see how they promote terrible games.
Yeah. Nintendo Power always looks way cooler than it actually is. Like, every single time. They do such a good job.
Just okay, so this is the crazy thing about this, I'll show you after. You guys can guess, like, well, not guess, but I'll show you how out of place Superman looks in this issue.
The Game of Steel.
The Game of Steel. It is issue 114, November of 1998. So they're promoting this game as if it's like the next coming of Superman, I guess. I was gonna say Christ, but the problem with this, one of the issues, is when you flip through all these pages, none of them show rings. You have 6 pages of Superman. Nothing.
Well, why would you only show the tutorial? That doesn't make sense.
It's essential.
Right. if the creator of the studio said, "Oh, the rings are just a tutorial. They're not really the game," they must have added those interspersed levels to pad it out. They had to have late in the stage.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's exactly what it is.
I need to grab something because this looks more like
something else.
he's getting a hula hoop as we speak for the audio listener.
He's gonna
go
throw
through
it,
a ring,
jump through it. Nice moves.
No, I was gonna say this looks more like this game that I have on GameCube. Superman Shadow of Apocalypse, which is Superman 64, but on GameCube, essentially.
Is it really?
Better. It's a little bit better, but it's still like it runs choppy and everything, but it like has like.
I mean, it looks better.
Does it have rings?
Yeah, does it have?
Tell me it has rings.
That's the question.
Does not.
Okay.
It does not.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like this is what these screenshots even make it look like. Like they're more saturated.
Yeah.
They look more. They look more.
They just
Which
look
is
more.
because the cartoon was very colorful. Like the style of the cartoon, more it was like the opposite of the Batman animated show, which is very dark and grim. Superman was always bright and colorful and cheerful.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
The funny thing about this, I don't know if you guys can see it from your perspective because it might be a little small, but one of the things on here, the preview stuff on here says, also a weird title, Man and Superman. I don't know what that's supposed to mean for this little like thought bubble here that they have. So Nintendo Power writes, translating a comic book into a video game is very difficult. Superman, Batman, Spawn, and others have been down the road before with mixed results at best. It's almost like they knew that there was a problem here.
That's not true, though. There's lots of great comic book video games, right?
I agree.
X-Men: The Genesis was fantastic, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
I agree. I think even they reference Spawn as if like Spawn's some sort of like, you know, outlier, and maybe that's the one that's not bad. You play Spawn on Game Boy or you play it on the SNES. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's like all the other ones that are kind of like it. So maybe it doesn't differentiate itself a ton. Pick a 2D side scroller with some beat 'em up stuff. that's good at that time, and it was, and a lot of them are still fun today, I think. So I don't know. It's almost like they were just trying to subdue the expectations,
soften it. Yeah.
Yeah, something
padding
like
it
that.
out for sure.
Yeah,
I just gotta point something out about this animation style because it's always bothered me.
Okay.
And it bothered me with the connection to the Batman series, and it bothered me when they still did it in Justice League. Why are his eyes Superman's only pupils?
Yeah,
like
they're just
he's only got
dots.
just black dots for eyes with a little but like everyone else, like even in his own show, have actual eyes.
Yeah,
He's
Lois
the
Lane
only
has
person.
eyes. Yeah, you can see them. Yeah,
Yeah.
look at those eyes.
Yeah, she's got eyes. And like
Full
he
eyes.
just looks so out of place. Like look, in a blow up version of his face, he's got pupils.
Well, I
Just
mean,
big
how
old
else is he going to
white.
focus those heat ray vision, right? He needs beady little eyes for beady little rays of heat. I mean,
He's got to keep them under control. If you have too much eye, it's everywhere. You end up like
Okay.
Cyclops.
like Cyclops.
Yeah, it's
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
okay.
DC's
Alright.
answer to Cyclops.
And Cyclops doesn't
Kinda
shoot
is.
laser eyes. We know it's a concussive. Okay, it's a concussive blast. Whatever the hell that means. But whatever.
It's the
okay.
punch dimension is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So
I went down that rabbit hole recently.
X-Men '97. People watch it. It's excellent.
Yeah, it's
So
fantastic.
good.
It's so damn good. Don't.
Jumped out of
Yeah.
the jet, and he's just like using his
Oh, to
vision to just descend slower. I was like, that was awesome, and I never would have thought about that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
that's cool.
and that's in the first like 15 minutes of the whole show. that happens.
Up with it every week. It's fantastic.
It's great. It's absolutely great. Don't play this
I can't wait
game
for season 2.
and don't even
So
listen to us talk about this anymore. Just go watch that show. Honestly.
Stop it right now. Go watch X-Men '97, then
Stop.
come back.
And then come
Yeah.
back. And then come back. And here are our thoughts, because clearly we haven't figured out how we feel about this game. So the final thing about this Nintendo Power issue that has almost nothing to do with Superman at all is all the games that are featured in this, and why it feels like, again, that they buried this game in this issue. Because if you look at the review section alone, you have Ocarina of Time, you have Turok 2, you have an NFL game, you have Buck Bumble, which is fantastic, people. Go play Buck Bumble. Wipeout, which I haven't played on 64, but great series. NHL game, Body Harvest, haven't played that either, but it's supposed to be good. Extreme G2, Glover, and even the Game Boy Color is featured in here.
the Game Boy Color.
Like the actual review of the hardware itself, or quote unquote, whatever, Nintendo Power reviews, if you want to call them that. Like,
yep, it's color.
it's it's what you have, but with some color.
Hey, I love the Game Boy Color.
Me too.
Don't get me started on the Game Boy Color. That thing is awesome.
Me too.
I love that machine.
Yeah, I still have my see-through purple one. I don't know if it works. I haven't tried it in a while, but
Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
floating around here too.
yeah. But all those games are in this. The front cover of this issue is Ocarina of Time, that says it's the biggest issue ever, and somehow Superman 64 made its way in here, and that's not a good thing.
Well,
And it got not
that's
just a
because-
cover, it got like a 4-page spread of
Yeah.
fluff.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you're misinterpreting what they're saying. They're saying the biggest issue ever, Superman 64. That was
Yeah.
the biggest issue they had so far on the 64. Okay?
So that they had to.
It was right there, plain as day.
Play-
Everyone
We should have known all along. What were we thinking? Okay, so honestly, Superman 64, I'm glad we played it, because I just wanted to experience. Same thing that you were saying, I think at the beginning, Jake, where it's like, I know I rented this game, but I don't think I really played it, as a kid. I was too young to kind of be like, oh my God, this is a horrible game. It was just, I'm like 10 years old. Like, I don't know the difference sometimes. I mean, I know what games I like, but I wouldn't be able to say like, oh, this is a terrible flying ring simulator compared to the last ring simulator that I played. So going back and playing it, I'm glad I did. So now I can say that this is definitely one of the worst. I don't like saying that about games sometimes, but it's just not good, unfortunately. I would just watch someone play it. I would watch a speed run potentially, or one that isn't the size of a postage stamp, so you can see the whole screen. Watch someone play it at a high level, and you'd be like, okay, this is cool. But if you try it, you'll never be able to replicate that. So I just advise you to not try and replicate it. But it's a miss. It's just a miss. I mean, plain and simple, it's just a miss, unfortunately. So
Well, hold on a sec. You didn't talk about probably the best part of this game.
what?
It has multiplayer. Did you not play the multiplayer? Did you
No.
not try out the multiplayer mode?
never
I did
played
not.
the multiplayer either. I didn't.
I know there is one, but I did not. Please
So
educate
so
us.
there's it's not just one multiplayer, it's 2 multiplayer modes. And I spun it up for like 10 minutes to give it a go. So the first one is it's basically a first person shooter battle, but you don't play as Superman. You get to play as one of the various characters. So, Darkseid, the black guy, trench coat guys, whatever, Amazo. But they don't move. They sit in like a Charles Xavier style hover car, and you're hovering through the city. And it's the lowest polygon city even for this game. I mean, they had to cut down the number of objects because it's multiplayer and it's split screen, because of course it is. And you're basically free flying around the stage, shooting a gun from your floating car at the other player. And there's some mild power-ups, missiles, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, here it is.
That's the first multiplayer mode. Yeah, this is it. It feels like almost like a Mario Party mini game. That's what it kind of feels like to me.
What the fuck is this?
But there's like one texture for the building wall. They even on some of them use the same texture for the windows on top of the roof of the building. It's so janky. But this is the one mode. The second multiplayer mode is race. One player goes slower, but they lay a trail of rings, and the second player has to fly through the rings to kind of beat them.
Oh, I see. Oh,
I am so amazed they even did this when they were so pressed for time and so struggling for gameplay. They added a multiplayer mode, which is hilarious to me.
I mean, I guess if you have more than one controller or you have more than two, you have to have 4-player split screen in some.
You can do 2 players as well.
It's so puzzling though. Like they had to.
You don't even play as Superman.
That's what's at
your
the
hover car.
Like why? Why? What? Oh my god, it's so weird. I did not try this. Look at all these rings. This makes no sense.
Yeah. Just make rings, fly through them. Yeah, it's a wild game, and I get why it has a reputation that it does. And I don't like the shit on games either, because there's somebody out there who actually probably really loves this game, right? Like Jiggy, like you liked it as a kid because of the sandbox part. Right?
You have some nostalgia
totally
for it.
get
Yeah,
that.
right. Yeah.
But this game sucks.
It's
You know what else has rings? Star Fox 64. That game has rings, and they're fun.
And that game is
for going through them.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like one of the best games on the console. Just gather your rings on that instead. Jiggy, are you sorely disappointed that your childhood is now crushed?
No, it was never crushed because I can acknowledge and look at this game. Even as a kid, I was like, man, going through these. That's why I specifically told you. I was like, play indoor levels.
Yes, you did say that. Yeah.
One thing, I do think they're more interesting, but they also either run bad or your movement is so limited, which is probably the most redeeming factor of this game is the movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take that away. It's like, well, what do you have left? Clunky punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's one of those games where whether you're Superman or not, it's like this quasi tank control type of thing, and that it doesn't make sense why he moves literally like a tank. Like it's not tank controls like the Resident Evil sort of tank controls Resident Evil. It is literally just like you can't do anything unless you're clunkily move around and barely move left and right. Like it's just so stupid when he's on his feet. So like you said, Jiggy, give us space, let us fly around, and then you're okay. Not everything needs to be amazingly looking. Not everything needs to be like the greatest metropolis you've ever seen, but like for shit's sake, you know?
Yeah. I think if they gave you just one city, like here, right? And they just added a bit more detail, like it can still have the fog. That's fine. I know it's like all that. But if they just had this and it was like you fly through the city and you're saving people and like doing different quest missions and things, I think it would have been not good, but I think it would have been
Better, yeah.
Better.
I'm not confident it would actually be any good, but it would.
I liked flying in the water and pretending I was a dolphin as a kid. I did that a lot. You're like, woo, 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 like up and down and up and down, and it makes the splash noise every time you do it. It's very satisfying.
Oh, that's the other thing. Okay, so the sound is not terrible at times. The music is definitely very repetitive, unfortunately. The one thing I did notice is that every once in a while, I don't know when it triggers. This is something where it's like, you know, the sound on the 64 is sometimes pretty good. You know, the music and stuff. It's actually one of the better things that can have more consistently across games and stuff, in my opinion. And every once in a while when you're flying, I'm going to turn the sound on this. Maybe it'll actually work. When you're flying, you can kind of hear like the wind swoosh a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like,
Turn.
yeah, maybe it's the turn when you go on a certain speed. Yeah. I was like, okay, it's a detail. They didn't have to put any kind of, you know, but that's all it is, you know. It's all it is. There's nothing else to it. It's just very plain. This is cool. The music ramps up a little bit. Pick up the car.
Track. It's just there's only one of them, right?
There's only one.
Just a limited soundtrack, and I think that's the problem.
That's exactly that's it. Yeah. Also, when you miss, how many rings do you have to miss before you fail? Because I've missed like 3 in a row and it didn't do anything.
It doesn't. So I don't think it matters how many rings you miss, but you can't miss like if you skipped past and the ring was like purple or pink, like you skipped like 3 rings or something.
Oh.
Like say you fly just by these first 3 rings and you go to the next one and it's pink, then you fail.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's based on distance rather than the amount of rings you miss.
Oh, so there's ways to cheat it.
So you could probably skip a ring. I mean, it might penalize you, you know, if you do it so many times in a row, but
like if you miss one, it's not like you lose 10 seconds of time or any of that stuff, which I thought is what it would
like
be.
that. Yeah.
So that, I mean, maybe in the harder difficulty, I actually don't know, but yeah. Anyways, that was like the last thing. I was like, like you said, the music's not bad, but it's basically 2 or 3 tracks that replay a million times. And also this part right here, the story of the game is played through the options menu. To understand what is going on in Superman, you have to go to, let's see, I'm going to go back through when I went to options here, because I think I was looking for the controls maybe by accident. Or not by accident, but for like...
story and controls.
Story and controls is somehow one together. Why? I don't know. And also both, like, the story is in the options menu. Because when the game starts, all you get is Lex standing there with Lois and whoever else is trapped. Yeah, ha ha ha. Escape my maze.
you hear that laugh.
Escape my maze.
Like, okay.
No, you will be amazed.
Yeah, we keep forgetting. Where is that? I have that beginning somewhere. Solve my maze. Like, no. I'm not going to solve your maze. Anyways, if you really want to know what the story is, the like 2 screens of text, you have to go into the options menu. That's essentially, and then it tells you what the controls are, which are like A and the joystick. Like,
press C and press B to fly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Done.
all. So dumb.
To use your power-ups.
So dumb.
Find.
Yeah. Because that's in the comics. Superman has to pick up badges before he can use his breath and heat them. And that's canon, really.
It
Before
activates.
Breathe.
Before he can just breathe. Yeah. All right, everybody. Superman 64 is not good. Probably not surprised by that, but...
Hey, wait.
Come on.
We got to sell this here because I think it's so bad you can find some entertainment in this.
Hey man, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, man. Let's get some buddies, do the multiplayer. That looks phenomenal.
Can you imagine inviting some friends over?
I don't think I ever paid attention to that.
You want to play some Mario Party, some GoldenEye? No. We're gonna play some Superman 64.
Guys, it's
hover car on.
Yeah, it's retro multiplayer night, boys. Let's go.
Dude,
Get your Rumble packs in.
Does it support Rumble Pack?
It
that what
does. Yeah. It
But you
asks
have
me
to like pop the memory cartridge to pump in the memory
Oh,
pack, and
yeah.
it prompts you every time you want to save.
every time. Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. The fact that I even used space on my memory card for this game was surprising. I'm not selling it. Sorry, Jiggy. I'm not doing it, man. It's not good. It's
I'm
not.
selling it. Go play it. It's great.
Okay. All right. You know what?
It's
Everyone
super.
can. It's also the best animation in this whole game is the save screen, where you like it's the brightest, most saturated sort of like that's the best view.
Yes.
Yeah. Just his chest, just his giant muscly chest.
I like these little Daily Planet like news
Yeah.
online like 90s web.
I thought they were interactable.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a cursor there. Can I move? It can't. I
Yeah,
wish
that
it
would be
could.
cool.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it would give you a story. Maybe it would give you more information or controls instead of having to press pause and do story and controls. I don't know. All right, we're all on the same page aside from Jiggy. Never mind. Two of us are on the same page, but
Go play it.
go play it. All right.
I
All
mean,
right.
some games are so bad they're good, but this is just bad. It's just, I
Yeah.
mean, you should play it to see how bad it is, but
Go play the sandbox. Fly around. Pick up a car.
yeah, call it a day.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. That's
you-
all I'm asking. I'm not saying play through the story. I'm just saying
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that to yourself, people. Please. Please.
be a dolphin. Live as a dolphin. Not a Superman. You're Super Dolphin.
Super Dolphin. Super Dolphin 64. You heard it here first. All right, Jake. Before we let you out of here, where can everybody find your awesome stuff online, man? You got a great show going on that I was on a couple months ago, I think it was.
February, yeah,
Yeah, February.
with
yeah.
you, we talked about
Time is a
best
flat circle.
N64
So,
games.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, we talked about best N64 games. So yeah, you can find my podcast, Press Me to Cancel. You can watch us over on YouTube or Twitch. We live stream on Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Or you can listen to the audio episodes wherever you listen to podcasts on the following Monday. So yeah, we've been doing it for about 4 years, and it's similar to what you yourself do here, retro games. Although we don't confine ourselves to bad ones like this. Although we do talk about bad ones occasionally.
I will say that 64 episode was much more not contentious or anything like in a bad way, but like some of the titles that came up, I was like, are any of you saying that this is not the game that should win this head to head? Like it was just, I was blown away sometimes. I know we both were in some ways, but it was like, come on, boys.
I don't understand
come on.
why nobody picked Turok with me. Turok is a solid game. Nobody backed me up on Turok. I was kind of upset.
what was
I'm
it
still kinda
against?
upset about it.
That was the secret one you pulled out, right?
Yes.
That was the
Yeah.
secret-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it up against though? That's why I don't remember what it was.
It was Mario 64 or
Oh.
Banjo or Turok, and nobody went with Turok, and kind of shocked. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, between those three, I'm the Banjo guy, but Turok's not a bad game. It's definitely not something I'm gonna badmouth. Not at all. Not at all. So listen to that hilarity and the best N64 games, narrowing them down from how many do we have? Like 12 or 10 or something. It was a decent amount.
I think we did 10 for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were trying to keep it under 2 hours this time, so I think we kept it under 10.
Which
is
our
tough.
best. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's a big round table, so it was interesting. It was fun. Brett, press B to cancel. Find it on your podcast feed. And Jiggy, what about you, man? What's happening over the last little while?
Oh man, just put out a Defending Star Fox Adventures video. That was a lot of fun. It's doing pretty well. Channel's growing, ever growing. Jiggy Look Back on YouTube, because I always forget to say that. Yeah, got some cool things cooking. I'm starting to get people reaching out and asking for reviews on stuff, on products and games and things like that, which
Nice.
is really cool. So I'll be doing some more of that, kind of expanding what I do on my channel a little bit, but not detracting from what I'm doing, just in addition to what I'm doing. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you like Rareware, Nintendo 64, I make kind of theory videos and
Deep dives, I would say.
deep dives
Yeah.
and all sorts of stuff. I kind of. You ever think about the fish food from Jet Force Gemini? Well, I have a reason why they put the fish food in there. Okay, even they didn't have a reason. I created a reason, but I back it up with points.
Well, that's the thing. It's not just shooting the shit for the hell. Like there's research involved. Everybody, research involved. The science is real.
Yeah. Yeah, watch my banjo
Yeah.
backpack video. And
Oh,
it
that's
was,
a
the
gem.
fact that math was involved in anything I did related to Banjo Kazooie is hilarious. So
That's why it's worth a watch, man. That's why it's worth a watch. Check that out, Jiggy Look Back on YouTube. You can support this show and follow it all along on your podcast app of choice. Any kind of rating always helps us, but hopefully a good one. That would be nice. But if you don't like it, let me know. Maybe I'll make some improvements. Maybe I won't because I'm tired and I'm old and I don't have time. But
or maybe you'll just give them 5 stars because why would you be a jerk?
I don't. Yeah,
Just
or you could do that.
subscribe and give them likes. It's
Yeah.
free. Just
Yeah.
That's true. That is free. But if you don't want it to be free and you want to support the show on Patreon, you can. Patreon.com/remember64show. Little as $1 a month, you will get episodes early, some extra content when I have the time, and all of that stuff, videos and things early before they go up on YouTube. All of that stuff is on there. Anywhere from $1 to $6 or $5 a month, so pretty small, and just keeps the show going, help us improve things here as we go as well. But that's pretty much it. Find us on podcast feeds right across the internets, as they say. That's what the kids say these days, don't they? That's it, everybody. Don't play Superman 64 unless you're Jiggy. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks very much.
I believe they say the World Wide Webs.
Oh, that's what it is.
Isn't it Skibbity Toilet Web now or something? I
It's a
keep-
what?